video series, Where's My Voice? It's shot by 9 days of stand-up comedy in the wild. Way harder. Easier is when you have context. Sit in this room that's packed, pay attention, stay off your phone, and laugh. That's the best context with a warm-up act. So that way you've already laughed. Opposite context. Distracted people, kind of not listening, really hard to make them laugh. We are in day number 9 of the 23 days of OpenAI. Let's get you the goal for what's in it for you to listen. It is this. ROI for 2026 South by before 2025 South by ends. That easy. Now that I've told you all of the juice, you can settle in. 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. That's 2025. (2026) is 22 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. What that does is it separates year 2 from year 3. And before you think, oh my gosh, that's so basic, it's about to get super advanced, which is why I'm setting this up. The 23 days of OpenAI stand-up comedy. The comedic portion of this is even if you don't laugh, it's hilarious to somebody. But even if you don't laugh, it's also profitable and true and helps you learn a new thing. So the title or the focus for 23 days is 2025, this year. You're going to seem like a time traveler. Why? Because 2026 is the 22 days of South by Southwest. Most of the time, unemployed people go to South by, they go another $1,500 in debt, and they wallow south of zero. This is us winning 2026 before 2025 ends. This is how. We get travel and expense money to South by Southwest 2026 before day number 15 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. Let me repeat this magical trick, which if you forget what the magic trick is, then when I tell you how the trick works, you're going to be even more lost. Today is March 9. What's up? Today is March 9, 2025. By March 15 of this year, by Sunday, you will have gotten expense money for next year, 2026, South by Southwest. The technology tool that you're going to use is pen and paper with this piece of technology called hashtag 22 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. You're combining years while answering the question, Why am I going $1,500 in debt to go to a music festival? Because you can use AI to make your expenses prior to spending expenses. This is similar to setting a goal of I want to make 500 bucks a day. Let's not yet go to let's make 500 bucks a day. Let us now do expenses for 2026 before March 15. Let me repeat. Let's hilariously do the expenses for our future travel by March 15. Today is March 9. How can that actually work? This is how. Every day of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest has been a person or people making multiple chunks of money. For example, day number 7 of the 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest, 3 Swedish people took a ton of notes and they came up with the connection for how to pay for next year's South by Southwest. Problem: Sweden will pay to fly you, but they're not going to pay to fly you every year. You're going to need to figure it out for yourself. That's why we're flying you to America in the first place, to meet a guy like Larry Chiang. Hola, I'm Larry. During the Sunrise video series, the day 7 also was a 2 a.m. unofficial keynote, which was how to pay for 2026. This is how we're doing it. Let's go through steps 1 through 14. 1. Title: What I learned on day 7 of 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. What did I learn on day 7? The book can be called, for everybody else that is not in the know, what did I learn at Reverse VC? Party. What did you learn at a party? Selling that as a book. It's incredibly valuable. Why? Because getting a VC to pay you to pitch you is challenging, which is why that is the end cap for point number 1, which is we want to go from guest to host. Number 2 point is we want to self-fund our 2026 trip. We want to hashtag HTMMWYMM. We want to make money while we're making money. Is this a hashtag that you can get ChatGPT to spool up? Absolutely. Point number 3 and chapter number 3 of what did I learn going to a reverse VC party? These are the 3 Swedish people. These are their notes. I was their note taker. Number 3, can you paste copy days to connect and link APIs? Because step number 1 is always linking hashtag external APIs. That wasn't funny, that was technical. This is the funny portion of it. I'm at day number 8 at an event that I'm participatory in from book club. Hashtag book club at a nightclub. Hilarious component of 2 people, David Kirkpatrick, Sarah Loretta. The hilarious component is this. Sarah came over and said hi. She is day 0 of the 23 days of OpenAI. That's funny because I connected day 0 to day 8 while holding the book from day 1. These aren't meant to demoralize you. These are meant to conjoin up APIs so that way when you're 35 APIs into it, you'll make $1 billion. But when you're two APIs into it, you'll make $4,000 to go from Sweden back to America and then back to Sweden. Day portion 3 is to paste copy Sarah Loretta, paste copying David Kirkpatrick, paste copying this video. That's chapter 3 of what book? What I learned going to a hashtag reverse VC party. Number 4 is also last night, which is networking on the red carpet. Day number 8 was the hashtag The Accountant 2 movie launch featuring Ben Affleck. When we're networking at a party, we want to pretend like it's a cocktail party that's a pop quiz for money. So, on day number 8, after Sarah Loretta came and said hi, there was a vagina podcast that talked about vagina 20 plus times. And so together, the winning component was then point number 5, which is mentorship. How can you get a VC that you don't know to mentor you? That's what you should learn at a reverse VC party if you're to chat GPT up this book like the Swedish people are. Number 6, we want to sell 2. When we sell 2, we get off of 0. Number 7, the energy of South by and routing that vibe energy into learning and production. Number 8, the karma of engineering our own serendipity by doing what chapter 1 in point number 1 was, which was to self-fund, engineering our serendipity so that way we go from guest to host. Point number 9 of what I learned as a Swedish person attending reverse VC. Number 9, there are a range of entrepreneurs, pre-entrepreneurs, and VCs who used to be entrepreneurs, or entrepreneurs who are in entrepreneurial VCs who skip the step of being an entrepreneur. Chapter 9 is about total value to paid in, because that's also what we're doing for this year 25 to year next year 2026. This year is the 23 days of OpenAI. Next year is the 22 days of OpenAI. And then the following year, it'll be the 21 days of OpenAI. And then year 4 is going to be back to the 23 days of OpenAI. And this way, you just add 3 to 2025. So in 2028, we're going to go again to the 28 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest. So it goes 23, 22, 21, and then 23 again, and then 22 again. That's point 9. Point 10, I will let you Google up because this stuff has been amazing. It's been great spending time with you inside Hot Girl Entrepreneurship with day 0. Yes, I'll keep going. Day number 6 to day number 9 of the 22 days of OpenAI, hashtag 22 days of OpenAI, is what? It is the 3-day conference for reverse VC. What it basically is a hotel takeover of an entire hotel that is going to be about venture capital. Salons, networking, breakout rooms, board of directors. What is the cheat code for getting your expenses is, can you sign up one VC? it's a slam dunk, and you get to keep 100% of the commission because it's all decentralized.